I just had some disturbing thoughts. I was thinking in my head about all the events that we've been through over the years and how things are progressively getting worse. First, it started out with COVID, and we know that everybody who was managing the CDC at the time was pretty much a dual citizen Israeli. And they gaslighted us and they forced us into taking these vaccines. And then you tie it in with religious prophecies, and supposedly people are supposed to all die when the Mashiach comes or whatever, or they're going to be able to, have some kind of supernatural powers. And one thing I know about these people is that they believe in their own bullshit, but they're also smart enough to make it happen with technology. So we have all these people are vaccinated now. I'm included. I was dumb. That was one of the things that woke me up and made me this way, is the fact that I feel like I have been poisoned, and it will somehow be activated later and used against us. So it's just this nagging thought that's always in the back of my mind that one of these days they're going to decide to do this attack on us, where they always say that, oh, thank Israel for your cell phone, you know what I mean? And they do crazy shit where you have to do a lot of planning in advance, like the whole pager attack thing. They're like straight up terrorists. But check this out. When COVID was going on, the people in Israel were probably given a different vaccine than the ones that you and I were given, right? And the vaccines that you and I were given probably had some kind of technology in them that could have been that can be dormant in our bodies, and it gets activated with a cellular network, some kind of signal, and it's completely possible with all this new technology we got going on. Why wouldn't they have something in us that could be triggered by the cell phone in your pocket? Why wouldn't they have? I mean, how do you think they have everybody by the balls? You think it's because they're chosen and God just came out of the sky and told everybody that they had to that they had to do what they're told by these people? No, it has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with their level of intelligence, coupled with their intent, coupled with their entitlement, coupled with the fact that they will stop at nothing. No matter how much we negotiate, they're going to keep bombing Lebanon. They're going to keep expanding the Greater Israel Project, and Trump is going to not do anything about it because they have files on him. They'll release him, and everybody's scared of him. I saw a video with Jonathan Pollard where he was saying that they tried to say they were going to stop sending arms, and they literally had a nuke in our country, and they were threatening to nuke us in our own country, and they made them lift the embargo or whatever they had on them. And I believe it. I think they're that diabolical. I think that they're like gangsters who have existed throughout, the course of human history, and they're just like a different breed of people who's always scheming, who wants to rule everybody, and they get kicked out of everywhere, 109 countries, 109 different times, because they're always caught in their schemes, and they keep on getting better at what they're doing. But, we're just in one iteration of one of their bullshit traps that they're trying to spring on everybody. And, I wish I could love them. I wish I could love them as much as I love other people in this world. But the reality is you see what they do, you see how they treat people, and you see what they're a part of. How they ran the whole CDC. Seriously, look it up. Who was the director? Who was all the top figures of the CDC? And who ran Moderna? Who ran Johnson & Johnson? Who ran Pfizer? Who ran all that shit? Who tried to block ivermectin? Who tried to do all these things? And you just look at them and then you look at what their rabbis say, and you just put things together, and you're like, holy shit, they're really trying to do us all. They're trying to create some kind of weird prophecy and make it a self-fulfilling prophecy because they're going to make it happen. It's not like God's doing it. Ain't got nothing to do with God. It's got everything to do with evil. You know, they're the reason why I become more religious, because I never thought that, you know, evil and all. I mean, I knew there was bad people, but when I saw what they were doing to everybody around them, I knew that if that kind of evil exists and we're in, you know, and our whole existence is a duality of, you know, life, death, darkness, light, good, bad. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something so evil that exists, then there has to be a God. And I, ever since I had that realization, I've just become incredibly compelled to examine who they are, what they're doing, because they're the number one problem in the world. Like all wars are from them. I don't care what war you're looking up, just look it up. You know, in my lifetime, I'm 43 years old, and in my whole lifetime, we've never had any time of peace. Never, not once. My whole lifetime. And you look at the map, and you put a red dot where all the wars have been, and it basically, if you connected all the dots, it draws a circle around Israel. So basically, everything we've done has been to empower them, because they've got us by the nuts. And, you know, it's quite terrible. It's horrifying. And it's going to take a lot of people waking up to come to this realization. And I'm afraid that their waking up is going to come far too late. And I feel like these guys could just push a button and take us all out. And that's why I'm never going to shut up. Because if between now and then, you know, if I don't do anything about it, if I don't talk about this, if I don't say how I feel, you know, and I'm not making accusations, I'm just guessing, you know, I'm just a guy, you know what I mean? And I'm just looking at what they're doing, trying to put pieces together. Like, why did these people control that area of our government? Why did they focus over here? Why did they specifically push that? Why are they doing that? How are they gonna back themselves up if we decide we're pulling out? You know what I mean? There are people who are so smart, they're gonna have 1,000 different assurances. They're gonna have, you know, plan A, plan B, plan C. You know, they're very, very smart. Never underestimate them. Never, never, never. I mean, obviously there's a lot of retarded ones out there, and you know, I share videos of them all the time. They're dumb as a box of rocks, but I'm talking about their leadership. I'm talking about the people who are really running shit. Everybody else is a pawn, and they're playing their role in this game just like I am on my side. But I just wanted to tell you guys some of the diabolical thoughts that I have about them and what their plans are for us. If you listen to what their rabbis say, look at my other videos, you know, and look at what their rabbis say. I've got probably like 5 or 6 really good videos about how their rabbis view us, what they think is going to happen to us, how and you'll see that it couples with my theory. And if you like to think about where everything's going and what we can do to stop it, you know, if we're ever going to have a shot, you know, you should really consider following my page, because I think deep and I look at things from angles nobody really considers. And I love humanity. I love people. I love Muslims. I love all colors of people, right? But these people, I don't care nothing for them, because they don't care nothing for anybody else. And every accusation is just an admission of something that they have done. They accuse everybody of all the things that they do. And I appreciate you for taking the time to watch my videos. And the background here is just to keep your attention, because I know you guys have a short attention span and you're wondering whose heads those are.